tackle. Long-time seller, actually, packing and shipping this morning. Let's see what we got here. Morning. Doing a little live packing and shipping here for eBay. I'll answer any questions that come up. We'll go over or not. Seeing a few people pop in and pop out. Probably kind of boring. Just seeing an old man pack and ship items. But anyway, go over what's sold here. Notre Dame scarf. And it's sold for, let me find it here, just a second here. I'm on the wrong screen. Got a American flag bass fishing logo shirt here. This sold this weekend. It sold for $12. I've had this for a little while. It was $12 plus shipping. And it's a lightweight shirt, so it's going to be under 8 ounces, which is good. Just doing this little morning packing and shipping. Anybody's got any questions about selling on eBay, how I pack items, how I list items, anything like that, feel free to ask away. I'll answer questions if I see them pop up. And everybody that's joined in, hey, good morning. A little packing and shipping. Thought I'd talk to you while I pack and ship this morning. I'm in the new office, and you all that have seen me before. When I was in that old junky office in the other warehouse, well, here I am in the new digs. A lot nicer, air conditioned, got more room, and plus have all my inventory over in nice, neat rows. I've got enough room for 13,000 items on 4 rows of shelves, and I've got 8,500 listed and growing. All right, well, we're coming over what's sold here today. This is a Robert Graham shirt. This sold for $18 plus shipping. Now, my average cost on my clothing is about $2.70 an item. So if I'm paying $2.75 and I'm selling for $18 plus customer pays for shipping, I'm fine with that profit. I want to make $8 to $12 profit per item, and that's about what I average. Mexican 69 Killer, full name. Good morning to you. Y'all have any questions about eBay or packing and shipping or anything like that? Feel free to ask. I'll I will answer. If not, I'll just kind of tell you what I do, how I do it. And I'll show you on this next item I pull up. You print this label here. See, my labels come off like this, off my little zebra printer. Come on the back, that shirt's ready to go. And we'll show you on this next item right here. This is a Travis Matthew golf polo here. This is actually an older item I had for a while. Let's see what we pull it up here. There we go. Now I've had this one in my inventory for quite a while, and this is the way I store my things in the inventory. How much money do I make weekly or monthly? My gross sales right now is $2,000 a week. That's my gross income. That's not counting my warehouse fees and internet and things like that. Right now I'm making in my pocket about $1,000 a week, and I started this out at part-time. I was working full-time. I built this business up, and I just retired about a year and a half ago. And so I still kind of do this part-time. And that $1,000 a week, I'm only doing 3 or 4 hours a day. Am I selling mouth too? I'm not sure what that means, but good luck to you. All right, let's see here. Is it easy to get into this? It is and it isn't. It didn't take me much money. I started my business with $100. And I do a whole lot of videos. If you'll go check out my channel, the channel is actually called Strength Plane Bait and Tackle because I do multiple things. I also kayak bass fish, but Brian, hello Eugene Dickelberry, nice to meet you. Thank you, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. And anyway, I started my business with $100 part-time, and I went and I watched other videos on YouTube, and if you'll go to my channel, Strength Plane Bait and Tackle, they're free, and I give you a whole lot of tips and ideas on how to get started, how to find inventory, what inventory to find, how to pack and ship, how to store, and things like that. And it's not difficult to get into, and it doesn't cost a lot. And actually, if I got into this selling because I was downsizing. I started living small. I was tired of living in a big house and mowing the yard and taking care of the lawn and everything else. And I don't want to do that as I got older. I don't want to be married to a yard. I want to go have fun. So I moved to a smaller place, and I downsized, and I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to sell. I didn't know where to sell, and I saw on eBay. So let me try it. Put the stuff on eBay. It sold, and I was like, hey, there's something to this. And I got into it, and the more I researched, the more I learned. I'm like, that's a pretty cool little hobby. So that's what I started. That's how I got started, basically. All right, my next item I've got here is a Nike shirt. And this one actually has the Allstate logo. I sell a lot of clothing with logo brands on it, and I don't have anybody. I'm a one-man operation. I don't have any employees. I really don't need employees. I appreciate the offer. I wish there was some way I could help you out, but I can help you out by sharing knowledge, and that's one thing I can do, and help you earn money for you without having to work for somebody else. How about that? Because eBay is not difficult. Whew. There, sorry about that. Just dropped my phone. Yeah, and like I say, I've got a lot of videos. There are other sellers out there that give you all this information too, and so you can go on there and learn how to do this. And it's like I say, it's not difficult. It's not hard. And it doesn't take a lot of money to get started, really. I started out basically just downsizing my house, and then I got in and I seen how easy it was to sell on eBay, so I took the money that I made off things that I sold around the house, and which was I had like $100, and that's when I started buying my inventory. And instead of when I started out, when I sold something, I didn't put the money in my pocket. I put it back in the inventory. So say I made $5 off an item that I paid $1 for. Well, I didn't put the $5 in my pocket. I went and bought 5 more items. Now I have 5 more items, and they sell. Now I have $25, and that's how you compound and make money selling on eBay or any platform, whether it's Whatnot or Etsy or Depop or Grail or wherever else you would like to sell. All right, next item up is a Tesla shirt. Sold a Tesla logo shirt. I picked that up. I was kind of wondering if it was going to sell because of all the hoopla that was going on with Elon. But anyway, I picked it up about 3 weeks ago, and it sold. And I had a feeling it would over time. Those of y'all interested, this is the way I store my items in my eBay inventory. You see, I use a consecutive numbering system, and so when the item sells, I just go pull it out. It's already pre-sealed in a bag. I stick it in a poly mailer like this. Purchase ship and label off eBay. And I use a Zebra printer here. I'll show you my printer here. This is the printer I use right here. I've had this one for 4.5 years now, and I have sold to date 33,000 items. All right. I don't know if y'all heard that cha-ching. That was another item just selling. I sell an average of 20 items a day, 7 days a week. All right, this is a Puma Arnold Palmer with the umbrella logos, golf polo, lightweight. It sold for $14.95 plus shipping, and my average cost is about $2.60 an item, something like that. So I definitely make my money off that. You take 13. My phone keeps falling here. I gotta get a new mount here. Would you like to see my inventory? I'll tell you what, if you don't mind the mess, because I'm putting 2 warehouses down to 1, I will take you over here and I will show you my inventory system. And I just did a video this morning on the move, but I haven't posted it yet. But this is inside my warehouse here. This is my inventory here. You see this? All this, and these are numbered here. Everything's in consecutively numbered items here. You see? And so I have this row here. This is a double row here. This is part of my inventory here. This is 8,600 items right now. Now got room. I have another row of shelves here. These are hats that I have. I sell a lot of hats. And then this is the end of my inventory for now, but I will be going down this row, and this clothing rack here will be taken down and moved and redone, and there's going to be a whole nother row of shelves here. So I'm going to have 44 of these shelves that hold 15 boxes each, with average of 20 items per box. So that puts me about almost 300 items a shelf times 44 boxes. That's right at 13,000 items I can hold on those 4 rows right there in this warehouse. Now, the rest of this is cluttered. I'm going through this, so excuse that mess. Eventually, this will be all set up. And I just moved into this office here this morning. If I move from my other side to here, so that's my inventory, and that is how I do my inventory. I'm sorry, I'm reading these texts here. Okay. In my videos, I explain how I do my inventory system. I show how I go purchase inventory, what inventory I purchase, how I store my items, how I list. I show people how to list, how I list my items quickly, and I don't pay for one of those services, and I can list. I work an average of 3 to 4 hours a week for $2,000 a week in sales. Say I'm part-time, I'm maybe 25 hours a week doing this for $2,000 a week in sales. Just packing and shipping orders here. Hey, thank you for the comment there. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. Like I said, if you'll go to my videos, I go over everything. I do how to list fast, how to store your inventory, how to pack and ship. I haven't done one on photography yet, but I'll work on one of those. I'm setting up a new photography station here. When I finish moving from my other warehouse, I've pretty much moved everything over except for the photography studio and the wrapping station, and those are next. Hey, thanks a lot, Mexican 69 Killer. I appreciate it. And this is how I got started. I saw this on watched some other guys, some other sellers. Chris Lynn, when he was 10K on the Bay, and Rally Roots, and some of those other people have been selling for a long time, and I learned from them. And my tip for you, if you are going to get into this, is watch as many other sellers as you can, and take the bits and pieces from each seller to use in how you sell. And do I have a video on how to start off with low money? I think I did a video on how to start off with zero money, and if not, I'll go back and look, and if not, I will bring that up, because that's how I got started. I downsized. I sold some things around the house. I took that money, bought more inventory, sold it, didn't put that money in my pocket, used those profits to go buy more inventory, and I was working a full-time job, and I did this on the side. And then there was a time when I retired from FedEx about almost 2 years ago. At that time, I had over 12,000 items in my inventory, and I did all that part-time. Personally, what I sell is I sell primarily logo clothing. I mean, if it's got, like this one here is Marine, so I wear this because I was a former Marine, but I sell McDonald's, Jack in the Box, golf logos, sports teams, things like that. That's the items that I sell. That's not the only way to make money on there. It's just one of the ways. There's 1,000 ways, 1,000 different things you can sell on eBay. The thing is to find, let me see how, I know how to put this. Sell what you know, okay? If say you're a mechanic, well, maybe you want to sell auto parts, right? And eBay Motors, selling used motor parts, is big business. My brother owns an automotive repair shop, and I help him out 2 days a week, and we sometimes get parts and stuff and things that we have left over and can't return to the parts store for whatever reason, and we created an eBay store just for that, selling auto parts, and we're making a killing off that. I wished I had done that on the full-time side over here, but hindsight's 2020. But anyway, we still have that side going. But whatever you decide to sell, find something you know about or you're interested in. Because being interested in something, it makes the job much more fulfilling. Like if you love sports teams and maybe you want to sell sports items, or if you know artwork and you're an art student or an art maven, and you can go to estate sales and garage sales and buy storage lockers and things like that to find this inventory to sell. So whatever you are interested in, and find the hobby that you like or your interest, and it makes your part-time job that much easier when you're selling something that you're already interested in. Matter of fact, this is a McDonald's shirt that's sold right here. I was talking about I sell logo clothing. I just showed you an All-State. I just did an All-State. And this is a McDonald's uniform shirt here. I picked this up for a couple of bucks, sold it for 15 plus shipping. Company logo stuff sells really well for me. That's kind of my specialty. And don't go by Joe's Muffler Shop, Texarkana, Texas, because that's a small market. What you want to do is find a large company such as McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, AT&T. I picked up 2 bundles of AT&T clothing. It was at the thrift store. It was $5 fill a bag day, and they had all these AT&T branded clothing. And I purchased probably I got like 25 items in there for $5 for the whole thing. And it's all AT&T branded. I pretty much sold them all. I had maybe 5 or 6 left to sell out of that, and for that $5 turned into like a $400 profit. And this was stuff that had been in this thrift store because it said AT&T. Nobody picked it up. Resellers are in there every day, and nobody bought that stuff because they didn't understand the value of company branded clothing. You do need to watch on company branded clothing. You will need to watch certain things such as FedEx, UPS uniforms, Amazon uniforms, DHL. You're not allowed to sell those because those fall underneath the government listings. You can sell a shirt with FedEx on it, like if it's a FedEx Charity Golf or something like that. But their uniforms, they will take them down. They may not take them down eventually, but they will come down. But every other company is open game right there. I mean, I sold J.B. Hunt Intermodal, big container carrying corporation, AT&T, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Chick-fil-A, all that stuff. Any company that has a large amount of employees and a high turnover rate. Okay, now let me give you, for instance, AT&T. AT&T has like 141,000 employees. So that's 141,000 potential customers. Every year, AT&T hires 15,000 new hires. So now you have 15,000 new potential customers every single year. That's why I bought the AT&T clothing. McDonald's, there's over 30,000 McDonald's locations, and I guarantee you McDonald's, the smallest location, has 15 to 20 employees. Do the math on that. That's how many potential customers are out there, and that's why I go after logo clothing. And that's how I picked up that AT&T stuff, a whole bag for $5. Got like 30 items for $5, and was selling these things, some of them as much as $20, $20 and $25 an item, because there were some sweaters and some shirts and things like that. And that's the thing about selling. Everything sells. And I'll give you a little. Let me give you a little story here. When I first started selling, and right before I started selling, I saw that people were buying and selling Taco Bell hot sauce packs. You know, the free hot sauce packs you get at the store when you go down there and get your meal. People actually sell those things on eBay. And you can go in there and you can look on eBay and you can pull up Taco Bell hot sauce packs. And you'll see a whole bunch of listings, and you go to the sold and you see they have sold. Now, you're not going to make a lot of money off that. You're not going to rich doing that. And that wasn't the purpose of this story. The purpose of this is it opened my eyes to the potential of selling online. What can be sold? What is, and that's got me thinking outside the box when I started buying the company logo clothing and selling it. Because it was an untapped market. I can go to the bin store, I can go to a thrift store, and the company logo stuff is skipped over because nobody wants it. I go in there, I pick it up, I sell it, I'm making $2,000 a week selling primarily logo clothing. I've got 36 items unpacking and shipping this morning. Actually, I got more because since we've been talking, 2 items have sold. Just while we've been doing this little live stream. I've heard twice my phone did the little cha-ching sound. And after almost 9 years selling on eBay, I don't get tired of that cha-ching sound. I love hearing that cha-ching sound. It cha-chings. That dollar cha-ching sound on my phone sounds off 20 to 25 times a day. Sometimes I'll be out of cell range or in a dead zone and drive back into it. Say I'm out fishing or something and I come back off the lake, and as soon as I get into that cell reception, everything loads up. Cha-ching, ka-ching, 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 ka-ching all at once. And that sounds really good. I'm primarily a men's clothing seller. And those of you that are just joining or haven't seen, this is the way I store my clothing items after I create a listing and I photograph them. They are sealed in a bag with an inventory number on them. So it's a consecutive numbering system. And I have videos showing you how I do that and why I do that and how much time it saves having a good inventory system. Keeps you from losing an item, makes it quick to be able to pull. I can go pull 30 items out there in about 10 minutes, you know. And normally I would already be done packing and shipping, but I'm talking, telling stories, and I have trouble chewing gum and walking at the same time sometimes. This is going to be another company logo shirt here. I'm just talking about selling company logo shirts, and the prime thing I did. Okay, actually, this one's not a logo, but this is a brand that usually has a logo on. This is just a standard work shirt. I take my pre-packaged items, poly bag, purchase my label off eBay. Turn it off. I use these pre-printed labels here. There's my item ready to go. Oh, this is an old LSU sugar bowl. I just heard another cha-ching. That's the third sale I've had this morning since I've been live. This t-shirt here sold for $15. I picked it up for about $2. So a $15 sale minus $2 plus the fees of say $1.70. So now I'm like $4.70 into this item here. That still gives me $11.30 profit. And those of you that have joined me this morning and watched, that popped in, had messages and comments and stuff, I appreciate that. Even the couple of little snide comments or jokesters, I guess they were, that were in there, that's fine. If that makes your morning any better, then more power to you. I have thick skin. I'm not offended by anything. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And if insulting somebody else helps make your day, hey, then more power to you. It doesn't affect me in the least. Anyway, just getting a little morning packing and shipping done here. Had 36 sales Saturday, Sunday for Saturday and Sunday. It was a slow weekend because of tax-free weekend. I think tax-free weekend, if I remember right, every year on tax-free weekend, my sales dip down that weekend because people are out of the stores purchasing their items, because they're getting ready for school and things like that. Well, good morning, everybody that's popping in and out. I hope you're having a great day. It's Monday morning, isn't it? Man, it kind of feels like a Monday, too. I know it's Monday for me when I've got to do a whole bunch of packing and shipping. Let's see if I'll bring y'all around here. I'll show you what I got here. This is the cart that I went and picked my orders up out of my warehouse. And this is what I packed and shipped so far. And I still got a few more to go. And actually I had a few sales since I've been talking. So, I'm going to have to go out there and pull a couple more items. Say I've already had 3 sales this morning since I started this live stream. I'm just packing and shipping from the weekend. I went and pulled everything about, maybe an hour ago, and now I got to run back out there and pick up 3 more things. All right, if you're popping in and watching, this is just eBay packing and shipping, answering questions. You got any questions on how to sell on eBay, what to sell, how to pack and ship, how to store your items, feel free to put it down there in the chat and I will answer you. My Monday mornings are always still packing. Actually, this one's not as bad because there's only 36. There's usually around 50 to pack and ship. But I think tax-free weekend took its toll, which is normal. This is a weekend I expect sales to be down a little bit. Nothing drastic, just a little a little dip because people are taking advantage of the tax-free on at your brick and mortar stores. Everybody's getting ready for school, buying school clothing. School's fixing to start up. Early morning. I guess a lot of y'all are probably just hopping into work or just getting ready to leave for work. I guess depends on where you're at in the nation. I've been here since 4 o'clock in the morning, but I come in early. I came in because I had moved my computer into this new office here. Probably wrong time of the morning to do the live stream. I imagine a lot of people are getting ready for work or school or already on the road. I would like to do this packing and shipping video maybe a little later in the day, maybe 8 or 9, give everybody a chance to get to the office, but I've got a lot to do today. So, we're getting all this packing and shipping done. If anybody has any eBay questions, feel free to fire away. I'll answer them the best I can, and if I don't have an answer, I might be able to send you the person that does have the answer. Been doing this for quite a while. Trying to monitor the comment section here too, so if anybody's got any questions, bang away at them and I'll answer them best of my knowledge. I've been selling on eBay for over 8 years now. I do it full time now. I started out part time and I retired early. I retired about 2 years early. Almost 3 years early to do this. That's how I'm working for other people. Worked for somebody else my whole life. Time to work for myself. And only work 3 or 4 hours a day. I'm doing 2,000 a week in sales for about 3 hours a day average. I put a lot of videos out that I tell you, I explain how to list fast, how to list efficiently, how to store, how to pack and ship. So you can do this in a short amount of time and not spend 8 hours doing work part-time for full-time living, basically. Kind of a slow sales weekend because of tax-free weekend. My sales always drop a little bit. Had a great Thursday though. Thursday alone, I sold almost $650 that one day. Ooh, I gotta go pull some more orders. Had some more items sell since I've been talking. Not complaining though, don't get me wrong. I am not complaining about the sales rolling in. Oh, Lordy. Monday morning's always a lot to pack and ship. That's how I make my money, though. Got any questions, just pop them up. I will answer to the best of my knowledge on selling on eBay. I have sold other platforms too. I've sold Whatnot, Etsy, Poshmark, Macari, eBay, even Amazon. I sold on Amazon for a while, but my primary focus is eBay. Well, this pile has been completed here. This is why I got to run to the post office so far. But since I've been sitting here, more items have sold. Sold. I've got 8 more items to go pull, so I'm gonna go pull those items and flip them out there, and I'm gonna start doing some of these live streams, packing and shipping, answering questions if you're interested. I may start doing this on Monday mornings. Haven't decided yet. It'll either be Monday mornings or Friday mornings, one of the two. So, all right. Hey, well, anybody has any questions out there about reselling? Be sure to pop in there and look at my videos. I try to cover every topic from purchasing items, setting up your store, how to list faster for free, how to pack and ship, how to inventory your items, and general things like that for selling online. I am an eBay seller. I'm a large eBay seller. I've sold over 33,000 items, and I have sold over 7 figures on eBay. So if you would like to learn how to do this, I do this part-time. This is my sales, packing and shipping going out for this morning. I'm selling $2,000 a week part-time. I do this part-time. I work 3-4 hours a day. Once I had this once I got my setup and my process refined, and I've been doing this for years, and so now what I'm doing is I'm trying to share with others of how to set up your line. You want some financial freedom? Do it yourself. You don't have to rely on other people. You learn how to resell, and you set up your process, and you get it set up right. You can do $2,000 a week, part-time. That's what I do. Now, my gross is $2,000 a week. I have a warehouse here. I've got a big, giant warehouse in here with a lot of items. And I owe $0 on my inventory because I was putting my profits and reinvesting my profits while I was working. And now that I'm retired, I'm just 3-4 hours a day. I keep it going, and I'm earning $1,000 a week part-time. Not hard to do. if you do it right and you just get some processes and refine your process. And please check out my videos. I have a whole series of videos of how to do different things. I have more videos coming. I cover a bunch of topics: packing, shipping, inventory, storage, purchasing, all stuff like that. So, alrighty, now I am going to bounce out of here. I appreciate everybody that's joined me this morning for this packing and shipping session and listen to me ramble on. But anyway, I was in the new office. I thought I'd share it with y'all. Just moved into this office, and if you watch my other videos, you'll see how crappy my other office was. So anyway, I've got to go pull some more items because when I started this live stream, I had 4 more items sell this morning, and I need to go pull those because I got to get this load off to the post office. So, all right. Hey, well, be sure to watch again. I have a lot of videos. Stretchline Bait and Tackle is the name because we do many things. We do eBay sell. We sell auto parts out of an auto repair shop we have. My brother has an auto repair shop. We have a bait and tackle store we're in the process of opening. And so we have multiple business and revenue streams that we started. And it was all possible because of eBay. I'm making my money off eBay and reinvesting into other businesses and expanding out. And I work for myself. I don't have to work for the man. So, all right. Hey, everybody have a great day, and we'll catch you on the flip side.